seconds. Remember Google Whisk? Back when it first launched, it was one of the easiest and most fun AI image generators on the internet. You could simply drop in a subject image, a style image, and a scene image, and within seconds, Whisk would create something completely new. No complicated prompting, no endless settings, just drag, drop, and create. Well, Google Whisk is back. It's back. But after testing it inside Google's new Flow platform, I noticed something important. The Whisk we have today is not exactly the same Whisk we had before. And if you're planning to use it for YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, or any vertical content, there is one major limitation you need to know about. So let's talk about it. Welcome back to TechFix AI. If you enjoy honest AI reviews, subscribe, and let's get started.
So first, the good news. Google has brought Whisk back inside the Flow app. The core concept is still here. You can still use images as references instead of relying completely on text prompts. You can still combine ideas visually, and for beginners, that's still one of the easiest ways to generate AI images. However, after spending some time with the new version, I quickly noticed that several features from the original Whisk experience seem to be missing or heavily restricted. And the biggest issue is the image aspect ratio. In the original experience, generating vertical images was simple. If you wanted a portrait-style image for YouTube Shorts or TikTok, you could create one without much trouble. But in the current Flow version, things are different. The default output appears to be locked to a wide 16:9 landscape format, and that's where the frustration starts. Let's say I want to create a vertical image.
On Google Whisk, there was an option where you choose your desired ratio, whether it's tall or wide, and then you just click the ratio. You would expect the AI to follow those instructions. But in my testing, even after clearly specifying a vertical format, the generated image still comes out in the default wide 16:9 ratio. So yes, the AI understands the prompt, but the final image format often ignores it, and that's a problem, especially in 2026, because a huge percentage of content creators are making vertical content. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. Even many AI video tools now prefer vertical assets. So having a system that keeps producing landscape images can slow down your workflow. For example, imagine you're creating a YouTube short. You generate a character image in Whisk. The image looks fantastic. The lighting is great. The style is exactly what you wanted, but the image is wide. Now you have to crop it, resize it, or use another AI tool to extend the canvas. That's extra work that didn't exist before. And if you're creating dozens of images every day, those extra steps add up quickly. Now, I want to be fair here. I'm not saying the new Whisk is bad. In fact, I still think it's one of the most beginner-friendly AI image tools available. The image quality is good. The concept is still unique, and integrating it into Flow makes sense from Google's perspective. But I do think Google has sacrificed some flexibility in the process. The original Whisk felt lightweight, simple, and creative. The new version feels more controlled, more structured, and in some ways, more limited, especially when it comes to image dimensions. So should you still use Google Whisk? Yes. If you're creating YouTube thumbnails, blog graphics, presentations, website images, or landscape content, you'll probably be perfectly happy with it. But if your workflow depends heavily on vertical content, you should be aware of the limitations before investing too much time into it. At least for now. Hopefully Google improves this in future updates and gives users direct control over aspect ratios again, because that's one feature many creators are going to miss. So that's my experience with the new Google Whisk inside Flow. The tool is back. The image quality is still impressive, but the freedom that made the original version so enjoyable isn't quite the same anymore. What has your experience been? Have you tried the new Whisk? Are you getting proper 9:16 images? Or are you seeing the same limitation?
Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe to TechFix AI, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.